to go to college. We also raise money for our key clubs. The key clubs are very important to Kiwanis. The Kiwanis Club of Santa Fe actually sponsors 2 key clubs in the Santa Fe area, the Santa Fe High School Key Club and the Santa Fe Indian School Key Club. And they raise monies to do service projects and to go on their district and international trip. We just returned from Boston, Massachusetts this summer from our international trip, where 4,500 students from all over the United States, Mexico, Canada, and the Bahamas, part of the Key Club International, learned service learning and citizenship. We have a worthy program in Glorieta called the Key Leader Program, and it's not exactly for Key Club. Any high school or junior high student can go join and learn leadership skills, citizenship building, and how to do community service. And a lot of those kids will go on to become Key Clubbers and such. So that program was funded to the tune of almost $20,000 last year. So the proceeds of almost $90,000 went back into the community. The event itself last year was in excess of $80-some thousand to produce the event due to some Homeland Security issues and trying to get the security right. This year we hope to fund the process of Zozobra to the tune of about $65,000. I can tell you that we pay the fireworks company somewhere around $10,000, and the company has been doing the work for us for 50 years and will give us about a $26,000 show worth of fireworks. We always have to have the ever-present porta potties to the tune of almost $4,500. There's a sound company out there with stage and such at about $6,000, so it adds up pretty quickly. But we try to minimize those costs, and we bring in corporate sponsors to help us minimize those costs. And this year we have very worthy corporate sponsors that have, some of the local businesses that have really opened up their pocketbooks to help this event and minimize the costs. And hopefully this year we can raise giving more than $90,000 into our different charities by these corporate sponsors helping us do this. It has been an honor and a privilege to become a Kiwanian and join the Kiwanis Club of Santa Fe, and then to be sitting here 17 years after doing so, be the event producer for Will Shuster's Zozobra, something so richly a part of our community and this culture, bringing it all together in such a reverent celebration like Las Fiestas de Santa Fe and La Conquistadora, and a capital city, the oldest capital city in the United States. To be involved in something this unique and to be a part of the money that it raises to have such a good cause come from it, often makes me think of all the members that join and give of their volunteer time and their service. There are many like me that we're Kiwanians here, and we're not the paid help, we're not the vendors that come and pay for the sound or pay for the food or the bottled waters. We're all volunteers here doing our best to perpetuate this amazing tradition of Will Shuster's Zozobra and raise money. And we bring with us our families and the generations that have been here on these stairs, sitting here taking photos. I was going through a book the other day, and Shuster was sitting here, and all his entourage, so proud of what they had done in the 50s. He invented this in 1924 and went through 26, and he had a heart attack in 1950 and a stroke in the same year, and he lived 15 more years to continue this tradition and then have the foresight to give it to the Kiwanis Club of Santa Fe to perpetuate this amazing thing. So I'm very proud to be a part of this, and thank you for listening to this. Zozobra is put together in 4 distinct pieces in the warehouse where we build it. Right next to me here is the head component. His eyes are pizza pans that have some little special tricks going on. This year the ignition source will be through the eyes. Fairly simple. The body is laying on its back right now. A common myth about Zozobra is that he's hung from his head. That's not the case. Zozobra is hung from his body. There's a distinct spine and cable system that actually holds him into place. The arms are attached here so that they can articulate, and the entire load of the body is carried by the spine. He ends up being a solid structure from the belly up. However, the body and the dress below rolls up almost like a croissant, wherein all the stuffing is placed into the poultry netting. This year our stuffed paper happens to be something that came from the school systems of the Santa Fe Public Schools. And then he's covered with a dress of muslin and hog ringed or shoat rings to staple him to our wire work that makes his dress and his body. The arms are being constructed here. As you can see, it's a poultry netting system with, actually this is stucco gauge wire. And Matthew Horowitz here, one of our apprentices, is actually hog ringing the wire. Garth Gonzalez back here is cutting some of the pieces that he's going to need to do that. And over here you can see Justin Mayrant, another apprentice who is painting the fingernails on the hands of the arms. Jeff Duran is behind him, assisting him. The arms over the years have become more complicated and more articulated, and this year we've gone to even more extremes to have the fingers look more realistic.
Pause. 3, 2, 1.
We chose the colors this year, especially this orange nail polish that's on his fingernails, so that they would contrast nicely with his blue bow tie and buttons. Sometimes we try to coordinate some of our colors, and this is our attempt this year to do so. At this stage, Zozobra is near his completion. He's 5 days away from his demise. As you can see, all the colors and the bow ties and parts are on him. This is the culmination of many hours that started back in July, when all the woodwork was cut in our studio and then put in here in the warehouse in the last 2 weeks, where we've added all these kinds of parts in here. I'd love to be able to tell you the man hours put into this. They number in the thousands. We are close to putting him onto the truck that transports him to the park on the day of the event. It will take about 25 to 30 people to lift this body and then get it through a small door and onto a flatbed trailer. The head itself will be picked up by about 5 different people and then gingerly put up onto the truck. The arms are easy. 2 people can carry the very lightweight arms out. And we'll get him to the park, where he'll be flamed and burned.